Toby Farms families, we present to you our Toby Farms learners. All right, so can we hear that applause one more time? Toby Farms learners. Good morning, Toby Farms families. I also would like to say good morning to our central administrative team. Dr. Mumin, our CUSD superintendent. Dr. Sutton, who may be in the crowd, our deputy superintendent. Dr. Parker, our chief academic officer. Dr. Wilson, director of pupil services. And Mr. Uthman Olukokun, our supervisor of elementary schools. Welcome to our Toby Farms promotion ceremony. All right, so just a couple of housekeeping rules. We will be calling our learners for their promotion certificates, as you know. I am kindly requesting that you please hold all applause until the end. That's why I was asking for you to cheer so hard for them in the beginning, because I know you're going to want to do it when I call their name. But again, I'm kindly asking for you to wait until the end. Also, please turn your phones on silent at this time. And one last request, we are asking for you to keep your voices at a level of 0. We want everyone to be able to enjoy the program, and the only way to do that is for them to be able to hear. So thank you for complying to all of those requests. All right, so my name is Dr. Burrell. I am the Toby Farms interim administrator, and I am proud to say that, right? So I've been here for about the past 5 weeks or so, getting us through to the end of the school year. And I'm just going to say that meeting you, being with your learners has been absolutely amazing. Welcome to our promotion ceremony. Today is a day of celebration, reflection, and joy. It is a moment to honor your hard work, learners, your growth, and the many milestones you have achieved along the way, right? Your educators have watched you grow, not only academically, but also grow as capable and resilient individuals. Today is a powerful reminder of just how far you have come and how far you still have to go. Remember to carry with you everything that you've learned, lessons about perseverance, integrity, teamwork, and believing in yourself. We know, though, that behind each learner is a team of family supporters. So learners, can you please give your family a hand? And we know that you were there to encourage, to guide, to be with them along the way. And we know that you have poured your time, your energy, and love into your learners to getting them to this point. Yes. Rising ninth graders, I say to you, congratulations. The future is yours. Go out and be amazing. To everyone in the room, thank you, and welcome again to our graduation ceremony. For our student address, we have Juliana Campos. Please welcome her as she comes.
Good morning, parents, teachers, and my soon-to-be high schoolers. Today we celebrate not just a milestone, but the incredible journey we had together. I love Toby Farms and would never change the middle school I have come from. First off, I want to thank my teachers, staff, from the bottom of my heart. You have helped me in ways I could never imagine. At Toby Farms, the love is different. We family. And to every friend I made in here, I love y'all for a lifetime. No matter the wild moments this year, one thing clear. We've grown, we learned, and we made memories that will stay with us forever. The students walking across this stage today are bright, determined, and destined for greatness, not just in this city, but in the world. Thank you for this experience. Live it up, y'all. We going to high school. Big TTS!
And now we will have a motivational message from Pastor Mike Nelson.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know you guys did not come here to hear me or see me, so I'm going to make this short, and I am going to make it simple. Dr. Burrell, thank you so much for this amazing opportunity to address the graduates. I am super excited. My name is Pastor Mike. I pastor the best church in Chester. No, I'm just playing. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. Grace Community United Methodist Church, 1213 Central Avenue. And if I could just provide just some brief words of inspiration to our graduates is I want to provide you with 3 things today. Now, before I get into those 3 things, y'all, I did not realize that I also had a graduation this year as I turned 36. And what do I mean by that? I realized in the work that I do, not just pastoring, but traveling the country and working with students, after presentations, the students, they started to come up to me, and it started maybe this year, and they would say, man, Unc, that was an amazing message. And I said, when in the world did I reach Unc status? I did not realize that I got this old. It must have happened overnight. So I know you guys are graduating and you're having a good time, but for me, when I got the Unc status, I said, how in the world did this happen this quickly? So I say that to tell you, class of 2025, that time goes extremely fast. So I want you to, this moment, I want it to be enjoyable, but we know when August comes, 9th grade is going to be starting, and it's time for us to get to work. So, number 1 is, I want for you guys, this is the dopest part, that you get a chance to start over. Like, no matter what has happened, good, bad, or ugly in middle school, you get a chance to start over. So what I want you to do is, I want you to have a vision for your life. Here's the thing that I realized. If you do not have a vision for your life, guess what? Somebody else has a vision for your life. And the vision that they have is probably not going to be in alignment with the vision that you have. From one of my favorite books, it says that when people don't have a vision, they perish. And so we have to make sure that our young people, our parents, we got to make sure that we are consistently giving our children, our babies, our students, an opportunity to have vision. Now, here's the great part about vision, is that literally you can start from wherever you are and you can dare to dream. Like, it don't take no amount of money. It don't take no resources for you to say, this is what I want my life to actually be like. So for me, y'all, the reason why I struggled going from 8th grade to 9th grade is because I didn't have a vision. And the reason why I struggled from going to 8th grade to 9th grade in high school is because my mom and my dad, while I loved them to life, but they didn't have a vision for me as well. Now, they didn't want me to get hurt or anything like that, but they didn't have a vision for me. My mom was a high school dropout. My dad was a high school dropout. So I said, look, Mike, if your mom and dad are high school dropouts and they didn't do well, the least that you could do is you can graduate high school. And so for me, I said, man, what would it be like if I broke the cycle and said, look, I'm going to go into high school and I'm going to take care of business. I'm going to go into high school and I'm going to make sure I take care of all of my responsibilities. And what ended up happening, y'all, I started to get a vision. But here's the part that I love. I got a vision. Here's the dope part about vision, that you can have a vision from somebody else. You can see somebody else doing something that you would like to do and say, man, what would it be like for me to do that as well? So I had a homie of mine who was going off to college, and he told me, he said, look, Mike, I think that you should go to college too. And I said, bruh, college? I said, my mom was a high school dropout. I said, matter of fact, my dad dropped out in 10th grade. I said, from where it is that I come from in my family, not a whole bunch of us were going off to college and graduating. He said, Mike, I think you have what it takes. And I was so inspired by his vision, I ended up going off to college. So I'm here to let you know today is that you have to have a vision and you have to find something that's going to wake you up every single day. Can I be honest, y'all? I didn't like school all the time. But I realize is that, man, if I have this thing, this vision that I'm setting before me, I'm going to have a chance to be able to make it. To all of our teachers in here, I'm just going to be honest. Sometimes for some of our students, them waking up and getting grades is not strong enough for them to come to school. So that means is that class of 2025, you got to find something within. What's going to make you get up and come to school? The rain, the sleet, the hell, the snow. What's going to be that thing before you? And for me, my thing was I got to get out of my environment. I grew up in West Philly. It was 4247 Locust Street, 5 of us in a 1-bedroom apartment starting out. And I had a vision. I said, man, what would it look like if I could just get my own room at some point? I don't even know I was going to college necessarily for grades, but I was like, what would it be like if I did something that was completely different? So number one, I want you to have a vision. Number two is I want you to take advantage of all of your opportunities. Listen, you're going to get an opportunity. Everybody in life always gets an opportunity. The question is what are you going to do when it actually comes? Now, opportunities are always not how we think that they should be. Sometimes we're going to have to work hard for those opportunities. There's a quote that says, opportunities are missed by most because it's dressed in overalls and it looks like hard work. So please, don't be afraid when you get into high school to get your hands dirty and work as hard as you possibly can. I took one opportunity when I was in high school. I found out about this small college up in Phoenixville, and I said, listen, that's going to be my opportunity. What happens is when you take advantage of your opportunities, you'll find out that there are more opportunities from that one opportunity. But it's going to take for you to come to class every day, to come to school, to pay attention and say, if I'm going to be here, here's my thing, y'all. If you're going to be in school, you might as well do your best. If you're going to be in school, you might as well be active and do the stuff that you're supposed to do. So I started to say, all right, Mike, let's just go ahead and take advantage. I played football in high school. I said, man, what would it look like if I took advantage of football? I started to learn the power of teamwork, communication, all different kind of things, all because I took advantage of an opportunity. And in closing, I leave you with this, y'all. This is my biggest thing. Please, whatever you do, as you're about to graduate and leave from here and you're going to be going to your respective high schools, my biggest thing for you is please do yourself a favor and be your authentic self. There are too many people who are walking around trying to be like somebody else and it doesn't quite fit them. And then sometimes we realize, man, you know what? I'm frustrated. And sometimes the reason why we're frustrated is because when we look in the mirror, we don't even like the person that we see because we're not choosing to be our authentic self. So I realized from a younger age, I said, Mike, guess what? Nope. I'm not necessarily into the streets, but I said, you know what? I like to be the nice guy. I like to be the smart guy. I like to be the guy that comes in and I'm punctual and I'm on time. I like to be that guy. And that thing has served me all the way from high school, all the way up until now. So, class of 2025, in closing, don't ever let nobody put you in the box and tell you something that you can or can't do. People told me, they said, well, Mike, how are you going to pastor a church? How are you going to travel the country and be a motivational speaker? How is that even possible? I said, do me a favor. Don't put your expectations on me. Just because you can't do it, don't mean that I can't do it. Just because you don't have the stamina, don't mean that I don't have the stamina to do it. So do me a favor. If you're not going to help me, get out of my way. So class of 2025, literally, I wish I can go back in time because the world is yours. You get a chance to start over. You get a chance to make whatever you want of your life. So thank you guys for having me today. My name is Mike Nelson, and God bless you.
All right, so now is the time that we will present our learners to you and provide them with their promotion certificates as rising ninth graders. Again, please hold your applause. Tariana Adger, Cardell Ali, Kasai Anderson, Kamani Argro Pugh, Jeffrey Arter, Charmaine Bell, Jasmaya Bell, Eric Bennett, Sadir Best, Samuel Blanco, learners, remember to hold your applause. Brielle Bratcher, Tyra Brooks, Andrew Brown, Rashawn Brown, Sakai Brown Griffin, Cameron Bryant, Anthony Bush, Anthony Byrne, Tylon Caldwell, Juliana Campos, Victoria Cardana Reyes, Sumaya Chapman, Christian Clark Lane, Marlene Cotto Amante, Chalani Febo, Aubrey Crawley, Christiana Dandridge, Minor Diaz, Dejan Dorsey, Prince Durham Benacourt, Naeem Eason, Ramir Edwards, Jansuar Irazo Castro, Naseem Evans, Nevaeh Freeman, James Frisbee, they can get it later, yep. Yep, they can get it later. Justin Gill, Fareed Good, Josiah Granberry, Lamaya Grant, Amani Green, Linda Green, Dejan Hamlin, Peyton Harley, Aaliyah Henry, Ariana Johnson, Zamir Johnson, Eli Jones Twyman, Damaj Jones, Isaiah Jones, Kawana Jones, Keyshawn Jones, Kazir Jones, Jeremiah Kennedy Gorey, Christian Lowe, Zakiah Marshall, Zion Mason Hall, Brian Mayfield, Jalen Monroe Nixon, Soraya Muhammad, Amaya Naylor, Zariah Naylor, Amaya Nelson Schuler, Calvin Pinckney, Giovanna Pio, Dejan Price, Nyla Quiller, Bryce Randolph, Layla Reese, Camille Reynolds Pratt, Camille Richardson, Rashawn Roth Miller, Camden Rosenblatt, Zane Salim, Cynthia Sanchez Mexicano, Elizabeth Sanchez, Pernaya Sanders, Michael Santana Mendez, Alexis Santiago, Xavier Chandel, Christian Scott, Vashai Silver, John Simpson, China Singleton, Ahmad Smith, Alexis Smith, Josiah Smith, Nasir Smith, Sanaya Stanley. Learners, remember to hold your applause, please. Elijah, Tali, Alberto, Tahada, Lanaya, Thomas, Aaron, Thorns, Shariana, Thorogood, Brad, Tavoli, Jaden, Too Good. Carly Townsend, Kaim Townsend, Gary, Wayne Tucker, Ahmad Turner, Josias Valdez, Sanaya Valentine, Joelis Vargas, Juan Vega Rodriguez, Peyton Velez, Devin Wallace, Dariana Walton, Deshaun Watkins, Antoine Williams, Araya Wilson, Khalil Wilson, Miser Hells, Kanaya Hyman Washington, Jaslyn Porter, Sanaa Taylor, Matthew Thompson Harris. All right, and now we present our certificates. All right, so now we would like to move forward with our program. We have our certificates of academic excellence. We will be presenting for science first. I'm going to read the first few certificates, and the rest, I'll read the names of the learners because they pretty much say the same thing. We have our certificate of academic excellence, proudly presented to Amaya Nelson Schuler for academic excellence in science. Certificate of academic excellence, proudly presented to Aaron Thorns for academic excellence in science. Yep, thank you. Certificate of academic excellence, proudly presented to Charmaine Bell for academic excellence in mathematics. Cynthia Sanchez Mexicano for academic excellence in mathematics. Brad Tavoli for academic excellence in mathematics. Kaim Townsend Gorey for academic excellence in mathematics. Certificate of Academic Excellence, proudly presented to Shariana Thorogood for Academic Excellence in English. Christian Lowe for Academic Excellence in English. Zion Mason Hall for Academic Excellence in English. Alexis Smith for Academic Excellence in English. Aaron Thorns for Academic Excellence in Social Studies. Amaya Nelson Schuler for Academic Excellence in Social Studies. Peyton Harley for Academic Excellence in Social Studies. Certificate of Leadership, proudly presented to Juliana Campos. Certificate of Leadership, proudly presented to John Swore Erazo Castro. Certificate of Leadership, proudly presented to Araya Wilson. Certificate of Leadership, proudly presented to Ayera Wilson. Certificate of Leadership, proudly presented to Khalil Wilson Jr. Certificate of Kindness, proudly presented to Alberto Tejada. Certificate of Kindness, proudly presented to Charmaine Bell. Certificate of Kindness, proudly presented to Cameron Bryant. Certificate of Kindness, proudly presented to Jeremiah Kennedy Gorey. Certificate of School Spirit, proudly presented to Eli Twyman Jones. Certificate of School Spirit, proudly presented to Prince Durham Benacourt. Certificate of School Spirit, proudly presented to Giovanna Pio. Certificate of Improvement, proudly presented to Vashay Silver. Certificate of Improvement, proudly presented to Dejan Dorsey. Certificate of Improvement, proudly presented to Tyra Brooks. Certificate of Improvement, proudly presented to Michael Santana Mendez. Certificate of Citizenship, proudly presented to Keyshawn Jones. Certificate of Citizenship, proudly presented to Kasai Anderson. Certificate of Citizenship, proudly presented to Aaron Thorns. And certificate of citizenship proudly presented to Christian Lowe. All right, we have our last two certificates coming by way of our Community Partnership Award. They wanted to honor the top 2 8th grade learners, and there's also a nice gift in here. So we have Brielle Bratcher. And just so you know, these certificates are coming from, yes, our community partnership, but a parent, Miss Sylvia Richbow. We appreciate you. All right, last one, too. Christian Clark Lane. All right, yes, please clap it up for all of the learners. You have been an amazing audience today. We truly appreciate you. We have one component left. We will have our thank you and farewell coming from Aaron Thorns.
What's up with y'all? Good morning, staff. Good morning, staff, parents, and fellow students. My name is Aaron, and today we celebrate not just the end of the school year, but the journey we've taken together to reach this moment. This year has been a roller coaster filled with challenges, growth, and unforgettable memories. But if there's one lesson I've learned, is that life is full of choices. Enemies has 7 letters, but so does friends. Lying has 5 letters, but so does truth. Failure has 7 letters, but so does success. We always have a choice, so let's choose the better side of it. To my peers, I have the utmost respect and gratitude to you all. Your support, laughter, and perseverance have made this journey worthwhile. As we step forward into the next chapter of our lives, I want to wish each one of you the best of luck. Thank you for everything.
All right, and I just want to also, before we head out, clap it up for Miss Mariah Adams, our 8th grade educator. Miss Christelle Alsay. Miss Jennifer Archibald. Miss Sharon Baxter. Miss Tammy Sarosi. Miss Mariah Shirley. Miss Ayana Simmons. Miss Alice Womack. We truly appreciate our educators, families. You were awesome. Learners, you were awesome. Go on and be great. Have a great day.